Well, right after the conclusion of the 45-hour-long Tapasya, the meditation, Prime Minister has now shared a heartfelt letter and has now shared his sankalp from his sadhana. The Prime Minister sharing his Viksit Bharat vision. And of course, Ankit, as we talk about the moment when it comes to the Prime Minister's plan to going down to Vivekananda Rock Memorial had garnered a lot of criticism on part of the opposition, but we believe that the Prime Minister has a special message for the Bharatvasis.
He does. It's a copious letter, Amita. He wrote this while on his flight from Kanyakumari back to Delhi. It's titled New Sankalps from the Sadhana in Kanyakumari. I'm going to read the opening part and then go to the bottom where there is an interesting portion. My fellow Indians, the biggest festival of democracy, the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, are concluding today in our nation, the mother of democracy. After a 3-day spiritual journey in Kanyakumari, I have just boarded the plane for Delhi. Through the day, Kashi and numerous other seats have been in the midst of voting. My mind is filled with so many experiences and emotions. I feel a boundless flow of energy within myself. The 2024 Lok Sabha elections are the first in the Amrit Kal. I began my campaign a few months ago from Meerut, the land of the first war of independence of 1857. Since then, I have traversed across the length and breadth of our great nation. The final rally of these elections took me to Hoshiarpur in Punjab, the land of the great gurus and the land of associated with Sant Ravidas Ji. After that, I came to Kanyakumari at the feet of Ma Bharati. So he then describes how when he came here, he also felt himself getting emotional. It reminded him of his previous visit. He also delves into the history of the Vivekananda Rock Memorial and how it came to be. He then continues from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. This is a common identity that is deeply ingrained in the heart of every citizen of the country. This is the Shakti Peeth, seat of Shakti, where Ma Shakti incarnated as Kanyakumari. So he goes on to speak more about Kanyakumari and what it meant to him. He quotes Swami Vivekananda, and now we are coming to an interesting portion where he speaks about the Sankalps, and he says the development trajectory of Bharat fills us with pride and glory, but at the same time it also reminds the 140 crore citizens of their responsibilities. Then he says, we must see Bharat's development in a global context, and for this it is essential that we understand Bharat's internal capabilities. We must acknowledge Bharat's strengths, nurture them and utilize them for the benefit of the world. In today's global scenario, Bharat's strength as a youthful nation is an opportunity from which we must not look back. And then he says, we must also understand that reform can never be a unidimensional process for any country. Therefore, I have laid out the vision of reform, perform and transform for the country. We must make excellence a fundamental principle of our nation. We should take pride in every moment that God has blessed us with. And as a nation, we also need to reassess outdated thinking and beliefs. We need to free our society from the pressure of professional pessimists. We need to free our society from the pressure of professional pessimists, Amita. That's what he writes. We must remember that freedom from negativity is the first step towards achieving success. Success blossoms in the lap of positivity. And finally, my faith, devotion, and belief in the infinite and eternal power of Bharat are growing day by day.